Hello, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, week ahead reading. So what message do we have for the week ahead? What's lying ahead for us this week? I'm going to use the Angel Tarot with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. Right, so let's have a look. What message do we have here? Okay, so let's have a look. What message have we got for this week? First card we're looking at here is the Lovers. So it does feel like it's very much about relationships on some level. The choices that we've got to make in regards to relationships is really important. The connections, the passions, that's going to be really important here. Now, relationships can be all sorts of relationships. I'm not talking... when we're talking about love, we could be talking about very much about the connection between people that we know, and that sort of thing. That's what I get here, but the choices with the people in our life. It's all about, with the Empress, it could be about motherhood, it can be about that creating abundance, giving birth to something new. So what choices do we have to give birth to something new in our life in regards to relationships? Here we've got the King of Fire. So you've got someone here who's motivated, charismatic, idealistic, ambitious. So it's all about being able to communicate with vision. So let's have a look here. So we've got this sense of choices to be made in regards to relationships. That's the first thing I got here. In any sort of relationship that you've got at the moment, it's all about choices that you make to give birth to something new. I think here I get the sense of actually being able to focus on that relationship and the choices to create birth something new. It's all about the focus. The way you choose to communicate as well. Okay. I get a sense of self-discovery. I think you're going, when you look at the choices of the relationships that you've got, right, and you're looking at giving birth to something new, and being able to focus on what's important, I think there's a lot of self-discovery going on here. A lot of discovery about who you are as an individual. Feels like things are changing in your life. It's about things will be changing. It feels like things are ending and new things coming to birth in regards to the relationship. It's about taking back what you feel's being taken from you. I think there's more, your plans need to be revised in some way here. Moving into new cycles, releasing the old. I feel like you're moving, facing your fear as you move on. So I feel like this is a week that you're going to really look at your relationships with people, the choices that you make, the ability to give birth to something new as you sort of focus on what's important in regards to the relationships as well. Look at the self-discovery. What are you learning about yourself? I get a lot about learning about you. Learning about yourself in regards to relationships with others. Looking at things changing. Look at the changes that are going on as you sort of stand in your own power, sort of take back what you feel's being taken from you. Maybe plans are changing and things like that. As you sort of face your fear, moving on to new cycles. So it's going to be quite a busy week in regards to the relationships that you've got with people. So let's have a look at the angels and archangels. What messages are we going to get from this today? Right. So we start with the, okay, again I get that harnessing your mystic power. Again I get that sense of self-discovery. I think you're learning a lot, trusting your own intuition as you give birth to something new. It's interesting with the High Priestess and the High Priest, with what you intend and create. So trusting your intuition about how to create what you want, the choices that you've got within the relationship. And one more card here. Okay. Feels like there's more information still to be revealed, and I think that comes with the self-discovery, self-learning. I think you'll get more information if you can just trust your intuition, know what your intent is super important. Very, very interesting reading there as you connect. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.